At the Imperial March point, which is very fitting since I got an email a couple weeks ago from some guy said he said I got 20 soldiers around the country at the ready for my orders, so I got militia. Some of you guys are out here. Yeah, it's been a crazy ride. A lot of you are probably familiar with the website, and for those of you who aren't, I think the extra back there. So this book is on the New York Times bestseller list. It got to number 2, and it's pretty interesting because you walk into a bookstore and you don't really expect to see.
Benson, come to cookbook section. Benson, come to cookbook section. Thank you.
Book next to Anderson Cooper's and books about Iraq, and a guy punching a gorilla in the face. So it's been a pretty wild ride. Signings have been a lot of fun too. I think one of the last signings I went to, some guy said, he wrote me a note. He said, "Please make fun of me." And he said, "P.S. I'm Jewish, if that helps." And, yeah, it does help. And thanks for that. I got another email a little while back from some guy. Okay, hold on.
There we go.
No. I got another email a little while back from this guy who wrote me an email. I wrote an article about a guy who, basically I'm saying that the only people who eat Doritos are pedophiles. And I got an email from a guy who was offended, not because he ate Doritos, but because he was a pedophile. It's pretty good. I don't want to offend pedophiles. Got another email about this book in particular. I got an email from this kid who said he was reading this book in class, and the teacher asked him to put it away, and he said no. And when she came over to his desk, she said she was going to take him to the principal's office, and he said that he had butter in the ovaries. Yeah, I get it. It's a gag from the book. It's pretty funny, but what caught my attention is at the end of the email, he said, "My court date is on July 7th. That's been pretty crazy. Okay, well, let's. I'll do some questions. There's a lot of people here. I'll do some questions and. So are there any questions out there? Maybe with the camera? No. Let's hold the camera. Oh, yeah. What? The question is, how am I making any money on this when it's $10 a copy? 15. Well, 15. 15 if you buy it in stores and online. But it's actually a good point because I'm not. I'm making about anywhere from $1 or two per copy. Actually, my main source of income is I'm seeing a lot of you guys wearing the shirts that I sell online. That's my main source of income right now. Because the book, actually, I wrote the book. Someone got electrocuted. I wrote this book mostly for the credibility that came with the. I wrote this book mainly for the credibility that comes with having a New York Times bestseller, because I've always wanted to write. On my website I complain a lot about movies and television and things of that side. But at the end of the day, if I complain, I'm just a guy who bitches, right? But now I have an opportunity to do something about it. I'm going to. So, yeah. writing on his website to an overweight, balding guy in his apartment who writes books. Yeah. Questions? Yes.
Do you really hate vegetarians and children that much?
Question is, do I hate vegetarians and children that much? Yeah. In the back, yeah.
How do you pronounce your real last name?
I don't have a last name. How do I pronounce my name? Is someone on this cover? Yeah.
How can you float 12,000 a year off t-shirts?
I'm sorry?
How can you float 12,000 a year with it?
Oh, the question is, how can I afford the bandwidth? Actually, that's a misperception. In the forward, I say that the bandwidth on my site, I could be making about $12,000 a month if I had ads on my site, but I don't. I don't have any ads on my site. I get about 4 million visitors per month to the website, and no ads. So, I mean, I could be making a lot of money, but instead I'm paying a lot of money out of my pocket. It's mostly through T-shirts, and the shirts are my bread and butter. So thanks you guys for supporting the site. See a lot of lumberjacks and stuff there. Yeah, in the back. The question is, since I've written the book, have I talked to Chuck Norris at all? No, I haven't been in touch with Chuck Norris. Although, if you turn to page 117, sorry. On page 117, there's a picture of a ring that I said that Chuck Norris wears. It has a unicorn with a boner on it. I actually tried to get this ring made so I could send one to Chuck Norris out of gold. I went to a lot of jewelers, but they won't make it. Yeah, I guess they're used to making wedding rings and that sort of thing. So, yeah, they won't make the ring. If I could, I'd send one to Chuck Norris. I'd like to shake that guy's hand. If I can survive. Question.